Here's why we don't free range our chickens, and here's what we do instead. Our layer hens and roosters are currently in their mobile chicken coop with an electric poultry netting surrounding them. This is our chicken coop that Ryan and I built. We really like it, and the chickens seem to like it too, which is the most important part. Our birds are perfectly happy inside the coop, but we wanted just to give them a little bit more of a free range feel and kind of experiment with how that would be.
The electric fence we're using is from Premier One.
We're currently moving this fence around our yard about once a week, just so that the chicks have some fresh grass. That'll probably be a little less frequent in the summertime when we have more grass growing, but we're still moving their coop inside the fence more often than that, so that their poop is more spread out, because they are still concentrating their poop inside the coop. Our solar panel fence has these pegs you just stick into the ground, and you can move the fence around pretty easily. This fence has stakes, which makes it pretty easy to move. I do wish that all of the stakes had foot pegs. That is an option. We just decided not to buy that. Our ground is pretty rocky here, so it makes it a little difficult to poke into the ground if you hit a rock.
We do have foot pegs on our corner posts though. This is the same fence we use for our meat birds as well, and there's no hardwired connection. We have a solar panel charger, so we can move it around easily.
Our solar panel charger is the IntelliShock 60 from Premier One. We bought it when we bought our solar panel fence. This way we don't have to run electric out here. It is just completely powered by the sun.
And all you have to do is push the button, and then you can go in and out without being shocked. I will say, however, I have been in the fence, and my toddler has pushed the button while I've been there, and I had to get shocked to come out. It's not too bad of a shock, though.
The reason we don't completely free range our chickens is pretty much because of the woods that surround our fields. We have trail cameras throughout our woods, and I'll just show you a couple of the different predators we deal with here on our property. Coyotes are probably our biggest predator we have to worry about. We've seen coyotes pretty much every time we check the trail camera, and they also just come right into our yard, and we've seen them up close. We also have a lot of foxes around our area, as well as minks and skunks and possums, and pretty much if you name it, we have it. We live in the country, that's to be expected. Also, our dog Lucy, we love her, but she's a giant puppy, and she probably would think that the chickens are just her best friend who she would want to play with a little too aggressively. So that's why we decided to give the electric fence a try around our chickens to give them a little bit more of a free range. Now, the one problem with the solar panel charger is if you have several days of really cloudy, rainy weather, sometimes the battery does not get the complete full charge that it should. We actually lost our favorite hen, our salmon falvarella brown hen, which I did a short on a few weeks ago. I'll put a picture of her here in remembrance. She would just come right up to us and let us pick her up, and she would let the kids and the toddlers pick her up too, which is probably, unfortunately, why she was the first to go, because she probably thought whatever killed her was her friend. I mean, loss is all part of owning animals on a farm, and it is to be expected somewhat, so just be warned if you're thinking about buying chickens. The day she was attacked, the fence was not charged, and I actually heard it happening. It was during the kids' nap time, and I heard the rooster kind of going crazy, and that's when we lost her. But if she had been just in the coop and not out free ranging in the electric fence without the electric turned on, I think she probably would have been just fine. The fence is not turned on right now, but if it was, it does give you a pretty good shock. Our birds still go up every night into the coop, and so they're extra protected from predators up inside their house. Since we sadly lost our brown hen the other day, we currently have 4 chickens left. 2 roosters and 2 hens. We got all of these chickens as baby chicks last year, so it was a surprise to us that we had 2 roosters. But, you know, that's sometimes how it works when you buy a bunch of chicks. You don't exactly know what you're gonna get.
It's been a few weeks since I filmed this first part of the video, and I want to share with you guys an update because there has been an interesting situation that has arisen.
I'm sitting on my front porch swing. The kids are playing with tractors in the front yard. So I thought it was a good time to tell you guys kind of a cool, sad, funny story about something that happened to one of our chickens. The other night I was washing dishes after dinner and I saw a bald eagle in our fenced-in area where we have our chickens. It was really cool to see the bald eagle, but what he was doing was not as cool. He was eating one of our hens. Now, we've been letting our hens out of their enclosed, caged wire run and letting them roam around in electric poultry netting, which is great. They've been enjoying it, but it does not protect them from aerial predators. The rooster is pretty good. When he sees a hawk, he will crow, and the hens will go inside the caged run area with him, and they'll get up underneath the house or in the house and get away from the hawks. But this bald eagle must have just outsmarted him and was too fast or something, because unfortunately we lost one of our hens. I've seen bald eagles around here, rarely, but occasionally. And they're normally always up in a tree or just flying around, never that close. He just looked majestic. I couldn't help but admire him, even though he was eating one of our girls. I moved over here to the other side of the porch because the sun was getting too bright in my eyes. But Ryan was still eating dinner, and he ran out of the house barefoot to try to go scare off this eagle, just in case he hadn't actually killed the hen yet. He ran out there and it flew off and landed in this really big oak tree right there and sat there for a little bit. I think he got a clip of it flying away. Anyway, so that was the bit of excitement while washing dishes last night. I figured I'd share that with you guys because it's not something that happens every day. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, all.